Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to Tech Tuesday, where this Tuesday we're talking about Soul Absorption, which will help you with Cosmos, which drop out on Friday. Now, if you don't know what Cosmos are, they basically benefit themselves off banishment. So, when you have a card that basically every time a card's banished and you gain 500, and keep your life points nice and bulky. Now, not everyone likes the life point gain, and I understand that right away, but I'm going to make this argument here. If you make your life points high enough where your opponent can't touch you, especially for a deck that doesn't have complete 100% support right now, but can benefit off recycling stuff that's banished and can be combined with other cards, which we're going to get to later in the week, then this is definitely something you want to have. And you can play stuff like Ancient Leaf for more speed. Now, if you're worrying about consistency issues, in your Cosmos, they can use the Psychic engine, which banish themselves out. And basically, I think it's Serene Witch, and the one that looks like Card Captor Sakura. My daughter's gonna like come over and look at me like, what? No, not you. In all seriousness. But getting back on track here, Soul Absorption. It's gonna allow you to gain 5 every time. And some of you are just like, 500 life points. What could I do with 500 life points? You can play more Solemn Warning. But Solemn Warning's limited. Okay, fair enough. You could combine the Hero engine. And you can actually use that with Cosmos to create chaos. And when I actually mean that, what I'm saying is, you could basically play, what was that? Shadow Mist. I'm going like, moment. You can play Shadow Mist, right? And you can play Shadow Mist, go into the mass change, go into the Dark Law. And when you go into Dark Law, every time that son of a bitch banishes something, you're going to gain 500. Now, some of you are probably going, but what am I supposed to do with the 500 life points? You survive longer in the game. The deck doesn't have complete support. It needs time to set up. Given that time to set up, you can create something interesting called Hero Cosmos, or Cosmos, which I'm going to do that on this channel. I'm going to bring back some of those more original decks without worrying about 100% being competitive, and then I'll also bring the competitive stuff for you guys. That's what I've been working on, is like just scheduling everything out. So I apologize if the videos have been like kind of slowed down. My apologies. But Soul Absorption is a very, very interesting card. Artwork wise, it's hilarious. I was about to say that's a Zatu on there. Too much Pokemon prepping for that. But you gain 500 life points every time, so you can get a little bit creative with it. You can actually combine Cosmos with the Roam Mage. Use this card, gain 5, draw 1. Seems like a thing? Not really. Not 100% consistency, but we'll get it there. It's an interesting tech card to use for that deck, but there's other decks you could probably use it in. Main one is Psychics. There's not 100% like things that you like 100,000 decks you can use this card in. But for Cosmos, it's pretty damn interesting. Now, the one thing that someone's going to mention here, and we're going to get a little creative, is if you can use this in Chaos Dragons, or just Chaos in general. And the prime answer is absolutely. Every time you banish that Malicious, gain 5. Every time you have to banish a Plague Spreader, gain 5. Every time you gotta summon a Light Pulsar Dragon, you banish 2, gain 1,000. Every time you, actually it would just be 5 because it says cards, so I don't think it's going to apply twice unless you have multiples. But how would you use the life points, you would say? Well, you keep your life points high enough because the deck is sacky as fuck. And since the deck is sacky as fuck, you could bind it with like Clown Trick. Ooh, Clown Trick. And then that 1,000 life points, you're not feeling it, and you could just keep going at it. Cosmos Chaos Dragons is something you could also run this in. So the little bit of creativity is going to go a long way with this card. Definitely like it. Definitely try it out in Cosmos because it's going to make the deck that much better. Now, if you're waiting for more of a Tech Tuesday that's going to cover more general aspect, we had that last week, and there's something I want to do but I can't do for about 2 more weeks, so when we get there you'll see it. So it would basically, I'm not going to spoil it, it'll be fun. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, catch you guys later. I'm Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Thanks for watching Tech Tuesday. See you.